Sniper fire again, yay! And you're dead. I killed another player in the award-winning world of Davecraft. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more MMORPG Tycoon 2 here in the multi-award-winning world of Davecraft. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you may notice a few small changes up in the left-hand corner here. I've let time tick along. So I fired up MMORPG Tycoon 2 and just sort of walked away for a little bit, just so we could get some money. Any money at this point, because I think the last time we checked in on this game, I had about $300. Now we're up to about 8,000. I've done virtually nothing in that time. I laid out a couple of paths over here in the level 7 zone that you can see. So there's a path going here in the anticipation of setting up the mountain pass into our new region here. So we have our new toxic cloud green disgusting area in here where people are eventually going to come and adventure, hopefully for not very long, because I feel it's very toxic in there. I need environmental hazards. I need lava, I need volcanoes, and I need environmental hazards in this game. I want this entire area to be really, really poisonous, but I can't, so it's just going to be green. So I laid out some paths here for that in the anticipation of leaping over there. That's about it. I've just let the game tick along and build some money up. Now, one of the things that has happened is a whole bunch of people have leveled up. So the last time we were here, we had a quest to get 100 players to level 8. They've already done that. Now we're at 100 players to level 9. Which, you know, in my mind reads the folks in this area are probably starting to get real bored of this region. They probably are not getting enough experience to keep leveling up. This has become our end game zone, and like any typical MMO, people are starting to whine and complain about it because there's no further that they can go in the award-winning world of Davecraft. Doesn't matter how many awards I've got kicking around, there's nothing to do here. So we kind of got to get this open and running. Let's get a mountain pass started now. That's the fundamentals here. There we go. Right? Mountain pass, boom, right there. And that can be where this is going to start. Let's do a regular path over here. I'm going to lay out the paths first and then do my network, because I'm not really sure what's going to happen in this region. I've got kind of a vague idea. Well, there's most of my money gone right there. I've got kind of a vague idea, but nothing permanent or fixed yet. Let me get some network going in here. Let me just get this turned on, so to speak, and then we'll kind of figure out what's going to happen. Okay, so I've got the underground cable going through the region, and then I've just linked up some basic cables over here for, well, you know, turning the region on and whatnot. So I've got to start with a respawn point and an inn as usual. I would like, seeing as we've spent most of this series talking about what we would like in MMORPG Tycoon 2, guys, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do in this area. Yeah, you logged out. No kidding. No kidding, there's actually nothing to do. You come down here and there is literally nothing. So as I say, we've talked about some things that I would like to see, we'd all like to see in MMORPG Tycoon 2 as it goes through development. I know respawn point and an inn are the basics that any region needs to be sort of, you know, playable, I guess, that people are actually going to have something to do, somewhere to respawn, somewhere to go. I'd like to see if we could have different options for that. Because in my mind, in my lore perspective, there are actually no buildings here. This would just be a wide open, toxic landscape full of monsters without an inn. I mean, I guess a respawn point because, you know, players are going to demand that, but no buildings is what I'd like to see. It does mean in MMORPG Tycoon 2, the way the regions are set up, that you kind of rubber stamp little towns into every area. Now, obviously, with the money that I blow on decoratives, you can make those towns look really, really cool. But I'd love to see just a wasteland, an area with no buildings whatsoever. So you'd have to go through this very, very difficult area full of, well, nowhere to call home, lots of monsters, level up to get into the next area that might be a little more populated. But that's just my dream. That's just things I'd like to see in MMORPG Tycoon 2. Oh my god, it's a wizard party. It's a wizard party in the toxic poison cloud. And of course, in setting all of that up, and the network, and the cables, and the fiber, and the whatnot, I've basically blown all my money. I have no money at this point. But let's try to get the fundamentals down. So we need an inn. Let's get that. Guys, I can only really afford a small inn for you. I'm very sorry, but it's going to be a small inn. Let's get this to go kind of centrally located, I think. Let's pop this guy sort of over here-ish. Yeah, right there. Okay, now I need a respawn point over here somewhere. Oh, anywhere really. I guess centrally located. Sure, why not? And that's pretty much all my money right there. Alright, all the wizards are scrambling over to the inn. It's a very tiny inn, guys. It's going to be really, really crowded in there. You're all going to bump your wizard hats together as you're sort of milling around the bar. There's nothing else to do here. There is nothing else to do because I can't afford it. I can't afford to do anything for you guys. I'm very sorry. I've blown all my money on decoratives, but I've won multiple awards for it. Well, one thing I can afford to do is continue to blow all of my money on decoratives. Now, this is just a toxic wasteland. There cannot be anything pretty that lives in here at all. This is just going to be burnt out, destroyed trees. What else is completely awful in here? Oh, there we go. Those guys. Yeah, let's get some of those in here. That definitely lives in here. One of those right there. Maybe a couple up by the respawn point. Give me some slightly different ones if you could, please. Give me that and that and that. $10 a pop. Don't care. Don't care. And of course a whole bunch of rocks because that will fit right in like that. Maybe one of the Hengy styles over here. Other different rocks. Everybody loves rocks. It's universal. Anything else that's completely awful? What could we... Oh, I've got an idea. There's an abandoned caravan here. There's a caravan that tried to set up a trade route and got killed by the toxic cloud. I don't know how all my players are surviving it, because in my lore-stricken mind, this is 100% a poisonous area. But yeah, somebody tried to set up a trade route between one place and the other, and they got this far and died. And some boxes and some barrels to show that they were traders that all just got left behind. This would be a good time to have graves. This would be a great time to have some graves around here. Oh, you know what we obviously need? Skeletons. Carcasses. Because obviously animals would have wandered in here and then immediately died. So we're going to have a bunch of these kicking around. Yeah, whatever this creature is, it totally wandered in here and died. And maybe a little campfire to show that they were trying to survive, but they just couldn't. It didn't end well for that little trading crew there. Okay. Lots of wizards. Lots and lots of wizards. What do people broadly think about the wizards? How are we feeling? Do we still feel those are OP? Oh, demands for buff? Yeah, a whole bunch of people want to nerf the wizards. Tons of people want to nerf the wizards. Okay, as much as I think it's hysterically funny that you run around like the Flash, we're going to make you slightly less speedy. Maybe a teeny tiny bit more health. Let's just knock that down 1 point. And do you really need rage at all? Just knock that down to, say, 5. And then I'm going to auto-nerf you on top of that. Approve that nerf, please. How about everyone else? What are we feeling about, say, the paladins? Oh, about 50-50. About half of you want to buff them and half of you want to nerf them. A little more on the nerf side, though, so let's get that done. Anybody want to buff? Particularly my favorite classes, the Ramses and the Quinoga Rebels. Yeah, lots of people want to buff the Ramses. I agree. Let's give you a little bit more health, if we can. Not a lot. Not a lot. A little bit more health and a little bit more mana. There we go. So 11 health, 17 mana, and an auto buff. That'll keep you folks happy for right now. I have $600. Oh dear, oh dear. Anything I can do with your abilities while I'm here? The Hitchcock Blast, that's level 7. Well, now we're getting up into level 8. You know what? There's not going to be a lot of Ramses in this area for a while. They're going to take longer to level up because they didn't have as much of a running start as the Wizards and the Paladins did. Quinoga Rebels, wow, people are just completely meh about you. 10 people want to buff you, 10 people want to nerf you, you're rated C, you're just sort of there. You just exist. Okay, how about the Cowboy Crocs? Love me some Cowboy Crocs. Oh, people love you. They absolutely love you. You're rated A. That's not as good as rated S, which is weird, because S is lower down in the alphabet than A is. A is the beginning of the alphabet, but lots of people do like you, and everyone else is kind of meh about you for buffs and nerfs. Alright, we'll just leave you as is. You're fine. And let's see if we can afford just enough to put down literally anything for people to do around here. What would live in here? I mean, skeletons would be the obvious choice. Maybe some Lovecrafts. We haven't pulled those guys out of the toy chest in a while. I'm going to start with skeletons. Let's do... Oh, it totally makes sense. It's lore. It's sense. It's the story of this area. This is the crew. This is the trading crew that came through here. They died, but they're back as skeletons. Oh, that makes 100% sense. Yeah, and the wizards are all over them like white on rice. Oh my goodness, these guys are just going to get annihilated. Quarksy, whomever you are, come here. What's your deal? You have 235 out of 5,000 some odd XP, so you're just cracking into level 8, working towards level 9. Fair enough. What have you got on you? You have an unsuitable weapon. Dude, I cannot afford to give you a better weapon because I can't afford to put down one of the blacksmith shops. What have you done recently? You mostly went around and looked at things and socialized a lot. Okay, fair enough, Quarksy. Off you go to kill that skeleton. Yeah, they're still one-shotting things. They're absolutely still one-shotting things. Let me take a look at the wizard's abilities. They're way OP right now. Way OP. Like sniper fire. I'm pretty sure that's what you just used on that guy. Yeah, it does. And we took this down. I think I had this at 15 health. And this is target mana. This should be self mana. I think somebody pointed that out in the comments to me. So get rid of that and put this in instead. This should be using mana, not taking mana away from your enemy. Now, no wonder they're a little OP. So how about this it costs you 4 mana, but if we kept it at 10... Okay, first of all, apply that, because we've had that problem before, haven't we, Dave? Let me look at you as a base. You've got 15 mana. So you could fire that off 3 times while you're waiting for... And then you'd have to wait for your mana to come back. Okay. I think that's good. Let's see if they continue to one-shot people. Now that the self-mana is on, this is actually going to... You're not going to be able to fire this off indefinitely. And we're going to have to wait a while because all the skeletons are gone. They've just annihilated this area. All the skeletons are dead. Okay, I have no money. Like, really no money. Here's another thing I'd like to see in MMORPG Tycoon 2. Bank loans. Bank loans. Now, we start with that $150,000 loan. In my dream world, in my magic I'm in charge of everything world in MMORPG Tycoon 2, actually start with no loan, but start with a set amount of money. And that could be a great way to do a little difficulty setting. So maybe easy setting is you start out with $150,000, and then you could choose to go down to $100,000 or $50,000. And that could be a really easy way of setting a difficulty. And then allow me to take a loan, instead of starting me with a loan and then having to chip away at it, because our net worth is still minus $150,000. We have all of that loan, and we're paying interest on it every day. But Dave, I hear you cry. But Dave, you scream. You're terrible at loans. We've watched you play Tycoon games before. You are literally the worst person in the world when it comes to Tycoon games and loans. You take them out, and then you don't pay them back very well, and then all of a sudden you're bankrupt. I would point to my success with the latest Crossroads Inn, where I'm actually pretty good at taking out loans. But one way or the other, we have no money and we have no quick way of generating it. So that we're very limited in what I can do at this level of the game. We're just sort of waiting for some money to tick in and then slapping down a building and waiting for some more money to tick in. Again, this is just my dream world where I'm in charge of things. So I've thrown it into semi-high gear here, and I also bumped the skeleton zone up to high density just because there's a way more wizards than there are skeletons, and they're going to need some things to kill. They're a little too efficient about annihilating the landscape and ridding the world of these undead traders who happen to get stuck in a toxic cloud. But while I was kind of in between episodes just letting time tick along, I was just kind of bouncing through some menus and reading things and whatnot, and I wanted to come back to advertising advertising as a way to bring in some new subs, because we're really still just hovering around that 7,000 sub thing. The free game vouchers did fairly well. We got in some new subs with that. I know we can't afford it right now, game. It's all going to be fine. It might not be. I still only have like $1,300. But I didn't really read this advertising model works better the higher the purchase price of the game, and our purchase price is basically rock bottom. We are the bargain bin at Game Zone. We're the game that you're going to buy like 5 at a time. So I am going to, for 2 reasons. One, I needs the money. We're going to bump this back up to say, oh, the average price is 40. How about we try 30? Let's try $30 to get into the multi-award-winning world of Davecraft, and our subscription price can stay at 10. So I needs the money, and I'd like to do that free game voucher again when I eventually have $3,500 and I haven't blown all of it on decoratives, and see if that will help. If people are like, wow, this is actually a pretty expensive game, and now I'm getting to play it for free, I'm totally going to go and play this and hopefully get addicted to it, so when the free game voucher runs out, I will continue to subscribe. That's my idea. And more importantly, I just need the $30. I need $30 badly. And we still need to keep people entertained around here, so I think I've got just enough money to throw down. I mean, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to do any of this, but I'm going to throw down an elite skeleton over here. He can be the leader of the trading troop that came through here. He'll get destroyed immediately. He's just going to get wrecked. And I think I could probably afford to do one more monster zone over here somewhere. Yeah, I think the Lovecrafts, I think those would totally live around here. Maybe there's just a little band of them around this area, sort of here-ish. Don't go in and kill them yet. I haven't even got them in here. And a few more rocks and dead trees, because that's how I do things. Maybe some of these rocks lived over here, and this one, and that one. Okay, little barrier of some sort to separate the 2 monster zones, just cause I think it looks better. Okay, we've got all that. I've still got about 2,500 in here. I could put down a building, a real building. I'm gonna put, they're all expensive. They're all hideously expensive. But I need something for people to do, which means I wouldn't mind having some sort of building that people could go to as a quest. What kind of building would possibly live in here? None of them. This is why I don't really want buildings here. But I guess I'll put one of these down. All right, and I'll go down and block that out a little bit. There's one of those in there, still sitting on about 2 grand, so time for a quest giver. Oh, sir, you are going to get swarmed. You are absolutely going... Oh, it's got to be a skeleton. There's got to be one undead member of this trading group that still has their, air quotes, mind together. So a skeleton right there as a quest giver, you are probably going to get swarmed immediately. But come here, slow down a sec. Come here, Sparky. Alia the Bold. Well, you were certainly bold if you came into this region, what with the toxic cloud. Fight the Lovecrafts and bash the Lovecrafts. Okay, how about we did one as a skeleton kill quest? Go and kill my friends who are undead monstrosities. And then what? No, not really another kill quest. We have people who don't like to do kill quests, more or less. So let's do a scenery quest. Let's do a... Yeah, go to the small inn. Actually, that's fine. That's exactly what I was going to have you do. And then, well, what else can you really do around here? I guess go to the respawn point and, I don't know, look at it and then come back and tell me about it. I like the fact that the skeletons are just not interested in the wizards. They're all down here having a wizard party, and the skeletons took a look at them and said, wow, those guys are really OP. I should totally not go and try and kill them, but... I think the wizards are going to cotton on to this and just annihilate them again, no matter how much I keep nerfing them. Speaking of nerfing them, how do people feel about them now? A little time after the nerfs? Yeah, they still love them, and tons of people still want to nerf them. Okay, another nerf it is. Oh, Spike Little Girl just logged in. Welcome back, Spike Little Girl. You've been playing the award-winning world of Davecraft for ages. You're really, really addicted to this. I've got it back in high-speed mode. I'd actually like to get to the advertising part. I know it's going to gut my money, but I'd like to have that $3,500 to do the free game vouchers. I think that would be valuable. There it is right there. How close are we to midnight? Very close. Realistically, I should probably wait until tomorrow morning because we're going to pay our bills in a little bit, and that's going to gut our money. All right, I will see you guys early tomorrow morning in World of Davecraft. Well, bright and early the next morning, the phone is ringing off the hook in the development studio of World of Davecraft to tell me we've won another award. Best quests again. Right. Well, I should probably get some more quests then and keep that going. Overnight, we generated some money. We didn't generate no money at all. We've got 11 grand kicking around. I'm going to use some of that immediately to do some advertising. I would like to do that free game thing. So advertise free game vouchers. Yes. It's going to run for 7 days. It's going to cost $3,500. What do you mean I can't afford it? I got $11,000. What are you talking about? Let me just click that again. Yeah, start the ad camp. Why are you saying I can't afford this? All right, let's try anything else, and then go back to that. There we go. All right, just have to go out and come back in again. Yes, now we can do it. Start that ad campaign, please. Let's get some people playing the award-winning World of Davecraft for free while I desperately try and set up something in this zone for people to do around here. I don't want to put buildings down. I really don't. I would love this just to be a barren landscape, but we got to get something going on for these people. So let's do... Oh, there was that guy who didn't have a good weapon. Let's put a blacksmith shop down here. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense from my lore perspective for this area, but I guess maybe there's a deserted town. Maybe there used to be a little town in here, and then the toxic cloud came in. That's about the best I've got at this point. I'm also going to run a path over here. If there is a deserted town, it should probably look like a deserted town. And I'll put down a tavern over here so people have somewhere to socialize. And, well, we may as well finish it off with the rest of this stuff. May as well put a shop down here. Oh, the shop should live down in here. That's going to be a very dangerous place to go and buy anything, but it makes more sense down here. There we go. Good luck buying and selling in there, guys. I don't know what merchant is going to brave that area, but apparently one of them does. Let's get a potion shop. May as well get all the things together here. And I should jack up the density on this area too, because the Lovecrafts are just getting killed over here, which is kind of the point. It's an MMORPG Tycoon 2. Wow, that's a lot of Lovecrafts. Maybe just normal again. Maybe normal. There we go. That's an exceptional number of Lovecrafts. I mean, they're all dying. They're all dying horribly, but that's a really, really lot of Lovecrafts in one place. Right. Now what? I should probably get, about 5 grand, 4,500. Let's get one of the watchtower things, the landmarks over here, just to draw people to this area. And then what else do we really need? I guess some more quest givers. That would be the ideal. Let's get, I'm going to put one actually way at the beginning, because I don't think I've really done that. So yeah, you have to walk, well, you are going to kind of bump right into that quest giver. You're mostly going to bump into that quest giver. So I'm going to put one down over here somewhere. Yeah, a quest giver. Ooh, what lives here? What do I feel lives over here? Maybe a Queen Ogre. Maybe a Shadow Knight. Maybe the Shadow Knights wrecked this place. They're very good at that. So you can have a Shadow Knight quest giver over there, and let's start messing with your stuff while you're getting swarmed here. Yeah, those are 2 perfectly good ones to start with. Go to the blacksmith shop and defeat some skeletons. Kill some Lovecrafts. Sure, that's okay. That's okay. Let's change this one up, though. I don't think it needs to be all of that. Why don't you go look at the clock tower? Come back and tell me about it. Discover my watch. Ah, irony. I see how that's going there. Watch, clock tower. Ha! Go to the scenery. Which one? That one? Yeah, that's fine. That's basically fine. That's some really easy XP. Go next door, look at the thing, and then come back and tell me about it. And let's get, an elite Lovecraft in here as well? Maybe an elite Lovecraft needs to live here. Let's see what we can do with that. So I'll throw you down right in the middle there, and then I think this place needs Sky Ruiners. My little OP monsters. They're not that OP anymore. We've kind of nerfed them down a little bit. But let's get some... Actually, let me make sure that's still in network. Oh, yeah, we're fine. We're totally fine. Okay, let's get some Sky Ruiners. Where did you guys go? There you are. Sort of over here, right in this area, like that. This is really what I want. I want this entire area to be high combat, toxic wasteland. You come through here at your peril. That's what I'm shooting for, and I think we're starting to achieve that. That is an awfully large amount of Skyruiners, though. What are you set on? Normal? Okay, I'll get a feel for how people do with you, and we'll figure it out from there. And with the remaining money that I've got left, let's put down a guard. I think a skeleton guard. That would make a good degree of sense. Skeleton guard right there, which will direct people, well, wherever they want to go, wherever they get lost. That guard can direct them somewhere else. Okay, with all of this being done, let's kind of pan out here. I almost really just want to save up some more money and jump into the next zone, because people are going to need a level 9 zone sooner rather than later. We don't have anyone at level 9 now, but we're going to. That's going to happen. Still very much stuck around this 7,000 subscriber mark. It does seem to be exceptionally hard to break out of that. Now, when I was kind of just letting time run along between episodes, I did notice we'd, got up to about 7,300 and then back down and then up and then down, but it does seem to be very hard to crack 8,000, which I suppose it's supposed to be because that's when we're going to get a new character class. But boy, it is real tough to get up there. It's really tough to get people continuing to keep subscribing this long. And I'm noticing we're not actually that far away from a new version, which means it's time to blow $10 on decoratives over and over again. Yeah, we're up to 0.76, another few decoratives, and we can upgrade. That, well, you know what? Anything to help people stick around and continue to play the award-winning world of Davecraft is a good idea in my book. Oh, I should put at least a couple of the crystals down. It's kind of our running theme throughout the entire world of Davecraft. So let's get a couple of those guys in there. Maybe more dead trees. Nothing wrong with some more dead trees. And rocks. Everybody loves rocks. 97, 98, 99, 100. There we go. Now we've got an upgrade available. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, it's one of the big ones. Oh, now what? Now what do I do? Parties is still not enabled, right? Wait, is it enabled? I don't see anything saying it's not enabled. Oh, not yet implemented. Yeah, I do totally see something that says it's not enabled. Okay, really looking forward to that. Faction history. Where did the various groups and classes come from? I've told you all this. We've done extensive lore in the award-winning world of Davecraft. Makes exploring your world more interesting. That is pretty good. I would not mind that at all. I don't think there are puzzles yet, right? Puzzle locations are landmarks with secrets. Not yet implemented. Darn. How about PvP? Do I want PvP? Must be enabled from the Game Features tab. Yeah, I know that. Killers and achievers like that. But that's not most of our players. Do we want PvP? I might just get it for the heck of it. Friends list. More hugs. We've got a lot of hugs. Everybody's hugging everybody. Despite social distancing, everybody is hugging everybody in the award-winning world of Davecraft. I am down to faction history, which I just want from a lore perspective. It would help me feel good about the award-winning world of Davecraft. Or PvP. How many... Okay, just back off a sec. Delay release for a sec. Yeah, killers are not the bulk of our audience. It's explorers and socializers. Those are the people who are generally playing the award-winning world of Davecraft. So I don't know if I should appeal to the bulk of our demographic or try and lure in new people with a new feature like PvP. I don't know how to go with that. I think, just for argument's sake, just because why not, I'm going to put in PvP. PvP duels. There we go. Let me just make sure this is actually implemented. Yes. All right. And must be enabled from the game features. I'll do that in a sec. Or at least I'll try to remember to. All right. Release that. Great. The award-winning World of Davecraft now has PvP. Or it will in just a sec anyway. And just to make sure things are working, I've decided to take control of Trianhana here and see if we can mess with people. Raphael, you're just standing here looking completely innocent. Can I fireball you? Yeah. Yeah, I totally can. Can I do it again? Yeah, you're just sitting there soaking this up, Raphael. Sniper fire again. Yay! And you're dead. I killed another player in the award-winning world of Davecraft. I might do it again. No, I've just let Triahana go on with his or her questing. There's no reason to keep control of them all the time and go around killing everyone. I'm sure somebody will probably want to take revenge for that. $5,600 in the old kitty here. Now what do I do? Nobody is at level 9 yet, but they're working on it. They're definitely working on it. I wonder if it's worth doing yet more advertising. Just dump money into advertising and see what we can do with that. Get me to reports, please, and overview and advertising. There we go. What else could we do with $5,600? Magazine is pretty cheap, but nobody reads magazines. There's already an ad campaign. Oh, right, I do have one running. I was kind of doing that when I was letting time run along. Website is $7,000. Okay. And that should raise awareness of our game among the technically literate customers and bring in new subscribers. We're not that far away from that. I might just save up another 1,000 some odd dollars and do that, because then we'll have the free game vouchers, the magazine, and the website ad going at once. That might be a little bit of a boost to our subs, hopefully. I don't know what else to do. Yeah, I've got the money. I'm gonna take a chance on that. I'm gonna see if we can do the I know I have to kind of go out and come back in again. Website advertisement, $7,000 for 7 days. Start that campaign. Boy, that hurt a lot. Wow, I have $800. But I've got 3 advertising campaigns going at once. That's got to be a reasonably good thing. I should put down, do I have enough money to maybe put down one more skeleton zone around here? Probably I do. Get me to NPCs. That's what we're looking for, and get me to I'll go skeletons. It satisfies the Adrian monk if they're kind of on either side of the road here. Satisfies the little Adrian monk that lives in my head. Okay, get that going, and then maybe one more quest giver. I have the money to do it, so let's get another quest giver. Ooh, what am I feeling now? Yeah, give me another Shadow Knight. He can live down sort of here. And let's go fidget with you a little bit. So blacksmith shop and some Lovecrafts. Let's make sure we've got which skeleton zone. That one? Perfect. That's exactly what I was going to tell you to do. Let's do some slightly easier ones, like go to the potion shop. Why don't you go buy some potions while you're here? Go to the potion shop. Thank you very much. And then crocodiles, which aren't really crocodiles, are they, kids? No. They're actually sky ruiners. But yeah, that's fine. You can totally go and do that. All right, 3 quest givers in here. Everybody's doing some things. We don't have anyone to level 9 yet, but they're definitely on that path now that there's something to do. I kind of want to just save up more money and blow right into another zone. I haven't fully decided what that zone will be, but one of these would be ideal. So we'll probably call it on MMORPG Tycoon 2 for today. Now that players can kill each other in the award-winning world of Davecraft, I think that will make it more interesting for them, or at least I hope it will. And with 3 different ad campaigns running at once, I hope that's going to bring in some new subs. It is very difficult to crack that 7,000 mark, and I think it's worth thinking about what are we going to do long term with MMORPG Tycoon 2, because we're kind of just jumping into a new region, setting up some stuff, jumping into the next one, setting up some stuff, and I hope that continues to be interesting for you to watch, but please let me know if it isn't, and you won't hurt my feelings. You will. You'll totally hurt my feelings. I'll be sad, and I might go sulk for a while if somebody says, oh my god, this is the most boring thing you've ever done. Please stop putting this nonsense out on YouTube. We have way more important things to do in our lives. But do let me know what you think the future of MMORPG Tycoon 2 is on the channel, and what you may or may not want to see of it later on down the road. And we've just hit our first level 9 character. Alright, good. Progress is being made. We'll call it on MMORPG Tycoon 2 for today, and we'll pick up some more of this again next time. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. If you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Robot, how do we rescue you? I don't know how to rescue you. I'm also not sure I ever knew you were a woman. Bugs are inherently stupid, and they get in places and they can't get out. You know what places they get in? Things that are wide open that don't have screens over them. It's a piece of mesh. We figured this out like 100 years ago. What is wrong with the British, the Irish? Is it just a show about foxes all the time? If so, is that some sort of subtle esoteric thing about being a weapons manufacturer, or is it just stuck on the Nature Channel?